What's up, homie?
Pittsburgh Steelers fans, AFC North fans, Bengals, Ravens, Browns. Everybody, thanks for joining us for another Friday night with the homies. Pay, you feel like it's going to be a freaky Friday tonight, man?
I sure hope not. I didn't take my pills.
Whoa! What pills might you be talking about?
I didn't, as after you broke the news to me that I'm an unk now, I signed up for a hymns subscription.
Hey, let me recommend because I'm an OG now, so I'm familiar with hymns, right? So when you sign for the subscription, you got to let them know when to cut it off because I'm gonna try this. This was a while ago. I'm gonna try this. Order some hymns. Wasn't really pleased with them. I figured because I ordered a 1 month supply because the more obviously like going to Sam's Club, you can buy in bulk, you get more for less. I bought 1 month, so I'm like, that should tell you I want 1 month. But then they subscribe you for like the next month. So I got 2 months. I had to pay for 2 months. I only wanted one. I had to go in and cancel and everything. So if you order some, just be sure. Mm-hmm. But they got stuff for hair growth and everything, so. But yeah,
as you see, I don't have any trouble in the hair department, not yet. So
yeah, not yet. You could be going around here like Roger or Floyd Mayweather Sr. though.
Yeah, that's possible. I'm ahead of the game though, so I'm gonna stay ahead of the curve so I don't get like that. I definitely don't want to be the unk that get talked about. I'm just looking for the virality. I want to stay Superman in these streets. Speaking of that, did you see the movie yet?
No, I hadn't seen the movie yet.
All right. Well, excuse any references I might drop this Friday. It won't be freaky, but I might be spoiling.
Oh, you can't spoil Superman for me, man.
Here's spoiler alert: Superman is strong.
After what's happening? Everybody in the live chat, what's up? G is going to be missing for a few weeks. G had a conflict of work schedule. We kind of mentioned that before. He had to stay at work late on Friday nights, so for a later time. So I don't know, but we'll be letting you know in the next couple of weeks what that looks like. So, but you got me, Pay. B Dirt is here. B Dirt's having technical difficulties, but he's trying to get it together. But Pay, man, anything else good, man? Since we.
You said B is having tech difficulties. I mean, does he need hymns prescription too?
He might need a Wi-Fi him.
They might have a pill for that.
They got a pill for everything.
Get your signal back strong. Hey yo.
Whoa. Yep. Well, all right. I didn't think it was gonna be a Freaky Friday, but it looked like going down that track. But yeah, man, anything new in frustrated Chicago sports fan world? I mean, I see the Cubs lost yesterday.
The Cubs lost a series to who was it? Trash. Let me not curse. The very not good Kansas City Royals, and they lost in spectacular fashion. I was not very pleased. And now we got the cross down. There you go. Hey,
B Dirt, you got that prescription?
I don't know what prescription you want me to have, but this is the reason why I'm normally in here 10 to 15 minutes ahead of time to double check and make sure everything connects correctly. Just had a connection failure. No one's backstage to help me out, so it is what it is.
Wait, I was here first.
No, you were not. Not even close.
No,
you were on stage first. I was backstage before anybody else was in the chat.
No, how can I be on stage first, but not But don't have to be on. Don't have to be backstage before I get to stage.
Yeah, I think
I was backstage before you were backstage. You
but
you could see who's in the private chat.
Right. But if I made it to the stage before you, then I must have been backstage.
You were not. That's not true because I didn't go on stage when I came backstage. I was waiting to hear someone's voice.
I have been playing music
I got on at 7:40.
Let me. I got here at 7:53, so I was the one the latest. But let me say this: I don't think you could get put on stage on this until I join.
Correct.
And is that what? Okay.
So both y'all probably was backstage.
Got you.
Yeah.
I was getting ready, and I was getting ready, getting into character, listening to my favorite funny video clips, feel it down in my plums, and all the other stuff that's funny. And you heard it, but
I'm
you don't know what
you took it off mute
because I started saying hey to everybody, and then I took it off mute because I thought I would get a reaction out of B, and B had no reaction. He was just silent.
No reaction because I had no working headphones.
Right.
We figured that out before you did.
Exactly. So to get to the point, you was here 20 minutes earlier, and then work on the issue until 2 minutes to showtime.
No one was there.
No one was there to talk to him.
I went and shared all the links and all the OT and everything on all my social media platforms. So I didn't have my screen up.
You don't pay Tim Lyons to do this? You're the executive producer.
I'll pay Tim Lyons.
What are you doing
to do anything
okay.
at all?
There you go.
As a pro bono worker.
No 1099. Hey, when you do pro bono, you don't need a 1099.
Hey, he gets paid worse than the WNBA.
Ooh, it's like foreshadow.
Obviously. But
no, Claude. Claude asked, he said, gentlemen, is this a football show? From time to time.
Every week we have a cold open and we catch everybody up to what went on with the day.
Yeah, Claude's normally not here for the cold open, Tate. That's the problem.
Thank you for showing up on time, Claude.
Claude comes in about 25 minutes into the show and just stirs the pot a little bit.
and then he might leave early.
Yeah.
So arrive late and leave early. But yeah, fellas. So hey,
there's a pill for that. There's a pill to help out on your early. Bring it all the way back around circle.
That's where the whole prescription thing came from, B Dirt. When you weren't hearing us, and then you left to fix your technical difficulties, we found out Pay joined hymns since he turned into an unk.
Oh, that boy, unk.
And I was telling them from my experience, because I'm past unk, I'm OG now. I was telling them like, hey man, if you don't like it, you got to cancel it because they will keep sending you that shit until you officially cancel it. Like I knew the first prescription, like, oh, I don't want this no more, but they sent me another one the next month. So yeah, you got to cancel it. So hey, I hope that works out for you, man.
I just hope it doesn't mess with my ticker like some of these wrestlers out here. Foreshadow.
Oh man, you're not taking anything that strong. But yeah, B Dirt. So to explain how it came to you, we're talking about your Wi-Fi. I said maybe they got a pill for his Wi-Fi.
Get that signal back strong.
Yeah, it wasn't the Wi-Fi. It was something else. I actually ended up having a firmware update on my microphone. That's what I ended up doing.
Your cord had a short in it. I got you. There's a pill for that too.
No, the cord was solid. Strong like bull. Strong like bull. Yeah. Yeah, football show. Get into it, Claude.
All right, Leah, let's get into the football of it. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching on YouTube. Pay, can you see the chat to shout out anybody? You know, we kind of got a lot of commenters here.
Yeah, I see everybody that's rocking with us on this Friday, sort of Freaky Friday. Mr. Woodside, Big Pun, Rob Lightfoot, shout out to you guys. Afton, of course, Craig, Court Man Tommy, Claude, as usual, Austin Zarch, coming from the RTTJ, Valley Ford, Danny Littlejohn, everybody. Thanks for rocking with us. You could have been anywhere in the world on Friday, but you're here with us.
That's a great tagline.
Jar Devil, Robert,
Juice
in the building.
Big
Danny Littlejohn, Val Ford. You might have said that. Mother of Afton, Kathy. Thanks for joining us, Miss Kathy.
Pickens, you big dummy.
Oh, that's a great tag there too.
Like
which one?
Big dummy. Pickens, you big dummy.
Did something happen with Pickens today that I'm missing?
No, it's just somebody's name.
He just played football, allegedly. That was it.
Okay. Rob Lightfoot in the building. Shout out, Rob. Oh, his username is Pickens, you big dummy.
Who's got the hog? Not the one not the one you need to peel for, but heard the hog in the background.
Whoa.
Let's go to break.
Yeah, we're going to go to break real quick.
Play the intro, please.
And when we come back, we're going to get into the football of it all. So if you're watching on YouTube, stay with us. If you listen on audio, we have to hear a few words from our partners and advertisers, and we'll be right back, and we'll start talking about our training camp update. So stay with us. We'll be right back. And while we're going, somebody will turn down their background.
Doubtful.
And we're back on the Homies Friday night. Fellas, it's that time of year for everybody. I think it's the start of what we've been waiting for since the second week of February. We've been waiting for this time of year to start. Football is back. Not talking about the draft, not talking about free agency, not talking about mini camp and OTAs and all that stuff. We talking about training camp. We talking about the beginning stages of team development for all of our teams, for all of the NFL. But we're going to focus on the AFC North because that's what we talk about. And we'll collectively go ahead and talk about the Cleveland Browns. So what's been going on this week with the Browns? I think the Browns started Tuesday. I know you guys saw their alternate uniform reveal with their brown helmet and who is sponsored by. Like, they just went left. I mean, like, the Browns are the gift that keeps on giving, man.
The helmet's not too bad though. I like the brown helmet. The matte brown helmet.
Matte brown. Yeah. I can dig it. I mean, the brown on brown, I don't know. Maybe with another uniform, but did you see the guy, the Browns fan that was trying to take a pic? And do you know who sponsored the whole thing? You know who the sponsor of it is?
Right off the platform.
Right.
They had their thing dancing in front of him. I can't remember who it was though. They had a mascot dancing in front of the giant football helmet on a raft, but I can't remember who it was.
One of the players?
No, the sponsor.
Oh, Dude Wipes.
That's it. They had a big dude wipe dancing around. It was a real weird looking. It was a guy that was a giant rectangle dude wipe costume on.
Hey, let me tell you while we're living in the era of heat domes, you need some dude wipes in your glove box.
Hey, nothing against the product dude wipes. I think well, my wife ordered a box from Sam's Club just to have put them in the drawer in the bathroom in case somebody needs them at some point for something. But so I understand the dude wipes of it all, but to be named the Browns, to be falling off the boat into the water, to have a doo-doo brown helmet and doo-doo brown uniform, and dude wipes are your sponsor, they could have done a better job planning that pay. That's all I'm saying, man.
No, well, you know what? I was zig. I think they leaned into it. I commend them on that. Lean into it. You know you're the butt of every NFL joke. Lean into
it. The butt. That's very good. That's very good. The butt. I like that. But yeah, man. So to talk about some of their news real quick, because we won't stay talking about the Browns too long. So I haven't heard anything else on Quinshawn Judkins, the running back. He's obviously not signed just now.
That might be a little protracted. I'm assuming you're talking about his off the field mishaps.
That
might be a little, further down the line. That's unless he, cops a plea and we get that suspension started early. But I don't assume you will hear any resolution in that. Possibly not this season. It'll probably be next off season.
So will he get to play?
Well, yeah, because the NFL is not going. The NFL has always said they're not going to do anything while stuff is still being discussed.
Adjudicated.
Right.
The only time you ever see them get ahead of that is when there's real damning evidence, such as video footage or, like the Henry Ruggs thing. I mean, immediate suspension or whatever, waiting for the thing because you couldn't walk away from it, right?
Clarification. So it wouldn't be a suspension. It would be you put on the commissioner's exempt list. To that point, you get put on the exempt list, which is like a suspension, but you're still getting paid. So it's not like a suspension.
Fair enough.
And then you get suspended after everything's been adjudicated if you're found to be in trouble.
You don't even got to be in trouble with the NFL. The fact that you made them go through this, you might catch it.
Right. The commissioner is the judge and jury on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So you could be found not guilty of something, but commissioner like, nah, see that you put all this talking about the Browns, bull crap on the shield. So we have to do something about that.
Right. And just to close up this on Quinshawn Judkins, I do believe his girlfriend, I don't know if it's current or former at this point, but I do believe she is not cooperating with local authorities, but she did post like pictures of the incident. So that's where I'm thinking like, yeah, this won't get dropped. This will be thoroughly investigated. And I don't see, to this point, I don't see that this will be resolved anytime this season.
Fine.
You're right, B Dirt. I did see. That just don't seem fair though. But I'm Mr. Fine of integrity. So I get it. But no, so on the football field for the Browns, man, they say the offense has been looking like crap completely 3 days in a row now. But I guess their best players on defense. They rotate. They started out with Flacco one day, Pickens the next day. Sounds like from some of the Cleveland, different platforms and different podcasts and things I've been listening to and reading. Sounds like as of right now, Kenny Pickett looks the best. Like everything with Dylan Gabriel.
Because we don't have a Browns rep to defend them, sometimes we do have to play devil's advocate. So I guess this will come off a little pro Browns. In their defense, the current CBA, the work rules for the first few practices as you open camp, there is a limit on how long the practices can be, right? I think the first day has to be no longer than 100 minutes or 90 minutes, something like that. Something in that. Maybe it's 105. I think that's correct. 105 minutes. And Andrew Berry, the general manager for the Cleveland Browns, he did say this week that is not outside the realm of possibility that they bring four quarterbacks make the 53-man roster. So with that thought process, you have to get a lot of reps into all four guys, so everybody can be up on the same level, I guess. And if that's how they're going to play the game, yes, the offense is going to look bad. And
it's going to take longer to get any rhythm with any of them.
Exactly. The rhythm is going to be crap for the first however long this process takes for anybody to figure it out. And to that point, I feel for the skill position players in Cleveland. Like, dang, I already got to play in Cleveland, so my number's going to be deflated. Shout out to Tom Brady. So, but now I gotta play. Now I gotta figure out throwing patterns from Pickett and Flacco and Shador and the other guy, Gabriel. Sucks.
Yeah, they said that Shador Sanders is getting fourth team reps right now. And
Yeah.
I don't know, did you see his the press conference today when he was asked about that?
I didn't see that today. What did he say?
I thought he handled it extremely well. He was, look, it's a long process. We're all battling right now for reps and whatever, and I can only do what I could do in the time I'm given. Whenever my number's called, basically that old cliche, I gotta go out there and perform. So he actually, I thought, answered the questions from the media really well. Now I'm paraphrasing, but it was pretty good. I liked it.
Also,
there was some. Go ahead.
Their receiver got hurt. Number two, not number two. Their number WR2. Cedric Tillman had some type of injury today at camp. I don't know what that's all about, but he was hurt today. Assuming Jerry Judy's their number one, he got to be their number two. Rob Lightfoot with the question: did we see where it's reported that Small Hands Pickett is number one QB going to training camp? Well, I think Flacco was number one, Rob, but it sounds like Kenny Pickett's performing the best as of now. Go ahead, Pay, with what you were going to say.
To that question, I don't want to use the word pontificated, but I assumed that they would float Pickett as number one, maybe not putting it on actual paper, but put that feeling out there to everybody that he was the number one guy going in.
You said that before about building up trade value for him.
Exactly, building up his trade value, because he's, if you're going to trade anybody, that would be the guy you trade. And if you're going to cut anybody, Flacco will be the guy you cut. Seeing as how you don't need to. Seeing as how Flacco seems to be like a stray cat. Like if you feed him once, they're going to keep coming back. Like that's how Flacco seems to be with Cleveland right now. Because he had that run with them a year or two ago. Then they said, we don't want you because Deshaun's back healthy. And then Flacco went somewhere else. And now Deshaun's not healthy. Say, hey, Flacco, you still available or whatever? You want to come back? And he came right on back. So I don't think there is any hard feelings of burning any bridges either way between the Cleveland Browns and Flacco. But I don't put much stock, to answer the question. I don't put much stock in Pickett looking like or being rumored as the number one guy on the depth chart. However, I did want to ask you guys, did you all hear this rumor about Nick Saban possibly getting back into the coaching game and going pro?
I've heard the rumor. I'm not saying it's great, but I've heard it.
The rumor is pointing directly at Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if I'm in my 70s and have nothing left to prove, I'm not spending my winters in Cleveland. Tell you, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
If I were to say I don't want to use the word pontificate, is that more egregious than actually just using the word pontificate?
Yeah, he was flexing vocab, vocab flexing.
Okay, all right.
That's all he was doing.
It's
Somebody,
still a penalty flag, right? It's still a penalty flag.
It's big douche.
Definitely.
You can say it. It's big douche.
Definitely, he was showing off. Mr. Woods already said somewhere up in the chat that Pay has the best legal mind and all that stuff. He's just trying to show off, man. His brother's an attorney, which I guess he slept at a Holiday Inn Express last night. I don't know.
I do sleep at Holiday Inns. You're right. Not the only attorney I know either, but that's a story for another day.
I wasn't even gonna go there.
Don't have to. Don't have to.
I wasn't gonna talk about your legal trouble. But yeah, man. So we finished up with Cleveland. They like Dylan Gabriel too. But no, the Cleveland media and stuff like podcast people, the Cleveland local people, insiders and stuff, saying Kenny Pickett looks the best. Someone want to see Flacco, some don't, because with Flacco they win. They figure like, why play a 40-year-old and we're not going to be good? See what we got in these young guys. We've used 2 draft picks on them, 2 different draft picks on 2 quarterbacks. Why wouldn't we see what they got this year to know what we need to do next year? So some people want Flacco, some people don't. Kenny Pickett has looked the best. They like Dylan Gabriel, but everything for Dylan Gabriel is a bootleg or a rollout because he can't see over the pocket. So he's been having, like good completion percentage, making some good plays, but literally everything is outside the pocket. And Shador Sanders, B. Dirt kind of looted him today, but he has a chance. I think whoever starts by week 4, I think they'll be starting to try and look at their rookies and see actually what they have. But, with that being said, moving along, B. Dirt, what's going on in Bengals camp, man?
Oh, not much.
Bengals report.
I mean, listen, the biggest thing right now is Shamar Stewart signed today. So
did they change the contract or he gave in?
Here's what I want to tell you about the national media. The
Bengals, I hate them.
There's some Bengals narrative out there. I know the Steelers have had some qualms about the national media as well. I think everybody can kind of have some qualms with the national media. But what I really don't like Adam Schefter tweets out, that Shamar Stewart signed his contract, $18 million, 10 fully guaranteed. Well, that's no news. All the first round draft picks are fully guaranteed. And then 10 point some million dollars in signing bonus. Just over 50%. And but it doesn't say anything about did they change the verbiage in the contract or what happened there, or did he just sign it? Schefter didn't put that in the report. Schefter doesn't put that stuff in the report because if Shamar Shamar is getting me tangled today. If Shamar Stewart signs that contract and leaves that verbiage in, then it looks like it's not a great look, right, for the agent. And what people have to understand is these guys that are getting these drops, these Adam Schefters of the world, they are pawns for the agent. That's how they're fed their news feed, right?
They're pawns they're pawns, but I would say they're pawns for the team. In fact, Schefter himself, he's been caught as being a pawn for teams, but not to interrupt. Go on.
The team, in this instance, I don't think he is. I think he's doing it for the agent, not the team. If he was doing it for the team, he would put on there, what it was. This time, I think he's getting his information. It's from where his information's coming from, Pay. And in this, the Bengals aren't giving anybody information. I can promise you that. So I think in this instance, he's getting his information from the agent, so he's not going to say anything that makes the agent look bad. Period. It's just frustrating. But anyway, and here's the other thing, and we had some of the questions already in the live chat. So the Bengals signed Shamar today. Shamar Stewart's going to be back in training camp. So immediately everybody goes, well, what about Trey Hendrickson? Listen, man, we had a whole bunch of people to get signed this year. We got one left. The two most important ones in my mind are done. And that's T and Chase. So, like, I think they're going to get on this one. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. You don't think those are two? You don't think those two are more important?
I heard T, and I started thinking of Trey. That's my bad.
Got it. So T. Higgins,
the hymns is kicking in. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You have to get some sort of. There's another pill you can get to offset that pill.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna have to look that one up.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start taking about 7, 8, 9. But yeah, like that's the whole thing. It's on to the next person, next one, the next one. And I get it, but now all of their resources and all of their attention is only on one person. It's too bad he's back in Florida, but now let's get him signed. And listen, where we were at with Trey Hendrickson versus where we're at now, we are closer. Now the hang up is he said guaranteed money, which means it used to be years and guaranteed money. Now we got years out of the way. So now it's just guaranteed money. They need to find a common ground and get this thing done. That's it.
Okay, so Shamar Stewart, has he been to practice yet, or he's?
No, he signed today. It'll be next week.
Be next week. Okay, you guys not practicing this weekend?
If we do, I'll be surprised if he does more than a walkthrough.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't think they'll have him.
Yeah, I got me. You guys, coach, comes from the McVay tree. Like, we take it easy in the summers. You know, old Coach T out there running them boys to death. They can't put on pads till Tuesday, but they still hitting without pads, it sounds like. But what's going on the field, B Dirt? Anything they talked about or anything like that?
We had some cramping issues. The heat index was over 100 degrees. They are starting their practices earlier. They're doing morning practices in Cincinnati this year. So it's helped a little bit, but still had some cramping and whatnot. The first day, the offense looked a little sluggish. So that next couple, they've looked pretty good. Jermaine Burton's looked really good, which is a great
troublemaker.
Yeah. And they're going to give him a shot at returning kicks and punts too.
Okay.
And Jamar Chase made a sick one-handed catch today in great coverage. But the defensive backs have looked pretty good. They're just playing against T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow. We also had Noah Fant. Noah Fant was in the building. He came for an official visit. So that's interesting. May get a discount because he did tweet in 2021. He did tweet about Joe Burrow being for real, being the man. Said some nice things about him. So
the tight end from
Seattle, most recently.
Yeah, Noah Fant. I'm trying. He was good coming out. I mean, he was like.
So he was better with Denver.
He was really a good prospect coming out of college. Let me clarify. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yep.
But yeah, second round pick, but
out of Iowa.
First round pick. He was drafted by Denver initially, and he was traded in the whole Russell Wilson trade thing.
And he played better with Denver, and I think it's because they had more of an inline focus for him, moved him out occasionally, but more in line, where Seattle did the exact opposite, did a lot of bubble screens and stuff with him. I think he fits more of a traditional mold for a tight end, more of a Kittle kind of guy, a poor man's Kittle, if you would.
Makes sense. Okay. So the
two new defensive tackles we got signed.
What I'm curious about, is there anything different schematically since you got the new D coordinator? You got Golden, right?
Yeah, so far what we're seeing is well, it's actually a little more simplified, it looks like so far. And everybody's aware of everybody's responsibilities. There's a lot of communication going on, which is great. And Geno Stone's getting to play more of a traditional center field and then moving the other safeties around. And there's talks about Geno Stone may even be able to do some blitzing. I think he's going to have to blitz, especially if there's no Trey.
Yeah, you got to manufacture pressure. You don't have that one-on-one stud. So
yep. And Dax Hill looks good coming back from the torn ACL. They still have the rain.
That's the cornerback out of Michigan, right?
Yeah, they tried to move the safety and then moved him back to corner. I think he'll take Mike Hilton's spot for the most part. He can do outside or inside, but right now they have the reins on him a little bit, put him on a pitch count, but he looks good.
Okay.
Yes, Austin's Art's right. Dylan Fairchild looks really good.
Fairchild, who is he?
He's the left guard we drafted out of Georgia.
That's right.
Rookie.
Okay, I remember that name now. Okay. Pay, you got any questions for B Dirt about the Bengals before we take a break and talk about the Ravens and the Steelers?
None whatsoever. I did see a question in the live chat. Mr. I believe it was Craig Werlow. Are the Bengals trying to get a new stadium since the Browns are getting theirs?
No.
I know you know the answer to that, but I had a comment about that.
They just
Acorn's kind of new, yeah.
They just re-upped another 10-year extension on their lease. Yeah,
which sucks. I wish you all did what Mike Florio pontificated about. They should have moved to Chicago and went 50-50 with the Bears on a new stadium. That'd have been great.
That was the only place that lived was on the internet.
It should have lived in reality.
I mean, yeah. No, Chicago.
I'd have felt good about it.
Why?
Why can't you have two football teams in Chicago? Wow, we got space.
Chicago probably could have two football teams, but not the Bengals. The Bengals.
Yeah, all I care about is another team helping pay the rent. All I care about.
You don't care who. Okay, well, we be halfway, more than halfway with Dorothy's crew. No, yeah, Tigers and Bears. Get Detroit to move in. Yeah, there you go.
Hold on a second, real quick. Austin's Art said, "Yeah, I doubt they'll probably do more updates on things in the stadium. They'll probably wait till 8 or 9 years, unless I'm mistaken." I think they're scheduled to do $800 million in updates.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah, so they did the locker rooms and everything like that last year. I think after this year, they'll do all of the family situation and finally add a child care facility and some of the other things. Every time they've gotten bad recently, since Katie Blackburn has taken over, Mike Brown's daughter, every time they've gotten a bad score from the NFLPA, they've addressed part of it the following year.
Good for her. And you get and you kind of gotta do this stuff. You got Burrow. I mean, Burrow can't be playing in a old school, old practice facility, old stadium. I mean, you know, he's an A-list guy in the NFL, man. You got to, you know, he could really do like LeBron does in the NBA. He could like hold teams hostage just because he's Burrow.
You don't park a Ferrari in front of a trap house.
That part.
Pun. The Browns are getting a new stadium. They're going out of downtown over by the west of the city, over by the airport.
Yeah.
They need to update their fan base. Kick rocks.
Claude with the super chat. Be there. Go ahead and read it. Read it. Something about the Bengals in Chicago. So one of y'all
said if the Bengals moved to Chicago, they would be the best team there, and Rock Taylor makes the 53. Tate.
Claude, Rock Taylor.
See ya, Claude.
Yeah, you know where he's going. Be dirt. See you, Claude.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Thanks for the super chat, no less, Claude. We definitely always appreciate you, but I don't think Rock Taylor makes it, man. I think they only keep 5 receivers. One of them might not be there yet, but I think Rock Taylor's definitely practice squad, though. So we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to be back to wrap up talking about the Ravens and the Steelers. If you're watching on YouTube, stay with us. We're not going anywhere. Appreciate everybody rocking with us, hanging out with us on your Friday night. Certainly appreciate it. After this show, we're going to have Homies Overtime. Go get into some interesting topics. You can find that show on the Know It Alls channel, the Frustrated Chicago Sports Fan channel, or Running Through the Jungle. So any of those platforms, check us out because we're going to get into some interesting discussions on there tonight. I think, Pay, you're running the show?
That is correct, Mundo.
So you know it gets interesting right there. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, it gets boring. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about some stuff that, like, oh man, we don't want to deal with this real life stuff. Give me the action.
Yeah, Claude, you probably right, Claude. Probably wasn't Matrix worthy, but still, Rock Taylor's not making the 53. In fact, was that a question or was that a statement? If it was a statement, it could be Matrix worthy. If it was a question, then I apologize. And I'm going to put myself in the Matrix, Claude. Is that fair? Put myself in the new Matrix, your Matrix. And with that, we about to go to break real quick. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And we're back on the Homies Friday night. We've talked about the Ohio teams in the AFC North. Now we'll talk about the other 2 teams, the Ravens and the Steelers. So we'll save as we see it. Most of us see it the best for last. And do Claude said, put myself in the measures forever. But Pay, what's going on with the at Ravens camp, man? I really haven't heard anything about the Ravens at all. Like I hear about some about the Bengals, some stuff about the Bengals, stuff about the Browns. I know stuff about the Steelers because I really pay attention to that. But haven't heard much about the Ravens. Quiet camp is a good camp, I feel like. But go ahead, man. What you know?
Iron sharpens iron. That's what's happening in Ravens camp. You know, the reason why you probably haven't heard much about them because they don't have any significant contract issues. They don't have any significant injury stuff going on. It's just business as usual up there. But I got some bullet points. Let me go through my list. So day 2 of training camp, it was really the show for the rookies, undrafted and drafted. They put on. Malachi Starks, who was the first round draft pick from Georgia, had a great day. He had a pass breakup. He picked off Lamar from overthrow. And he made a nice run stuff. So he's been praised by the coaching staff for his versatility and ball skills. This is what you pretty much expect from a Bulldog, though, right? They come into the league NFL ready. The kicker competition, I don't know if you heard, the job for kicker in Baltimore is up for grabs. They had to let go the guy they had last year, Tyler Loop. He was a 6th round draft pick this past draft.
Who they have last year? Who was their kicker last year?
I don't know. Some guy like to get a lot of massages. I think he's.
Yeah. Justin Tucker. Has
yeah.
he been picked up? Is he suspended? Is he like? Will somebody give him a chance?
No, I think he's.
I mean,
I think he is suspended.
Because technically, Deshaun Watson got a chance after all his stuff was out. Now he got a chance in Cleveland. Then it got worse, but he still got a chance.
Quarterback versus kicker.
This is true. But all-time great kicker. Well, go ahead.
All-time great kicker coming off his worst season.
Justin Tucker is more highly ranked his position than Deshaun Watson is in his position. Justin Tucker's a Hall of Famer if just don't taint him. But I digress. I digress.
There's a good joke in there about a stain. All right.
About what?
About a stain. We'll keep going. Big Paul wants to know if Justin Tucker's in the Epstein files.
We shall never know because there is no Epstein files. You all heard the president. Back to the kicker competition. Tyler Loop and John Hyland. They're battling it out for who's going to be the day one kicker for the Baltimore Ravens. Loop had a perfect day. So did Hyland. So I don't want to spend too much time talking about kickers. All you gotta do is kick the ball. Moving on. Ruben Lowry, undrafted cornerback. He's getting a lot of buzz in camp as well. He's been making a lot of great plays all through the offseason, the OTAs, mini camp, training camp. If you all have been following the Ravens for some time, Eric DeCosta loves undrafted guys. He would cut a drafted guy for an undrafted guy who's looking good. Lamar Jackson, he's been pretty solid as well. He had a pretty perfect day, second day of camp. His first day wasn't what you expect for a 3 asterisk time MVP, but his second day was pretty perfect. He made several great throws, especially a deep touchdown pass to Rashad Bateman that was about 60 yards. He laid that right on him over the top of Nate Wiggins and in between Kyle Hamilton. Very perfect pass. If you see that highlight, you will love it. Some other news about injuries. DeAndre Hopkins. He's not practicing right now because they're holding him out for some type of knee injury, I think, and just because of him being an old guy, they're just going to hold him out. Harbaugh says it's nothing to be too concerned with. He just hold. Don't play it up. Roquan Smith, same thing. It was some talk about him being out of shape coming into camp, but throw that away. He looks great. I think the only other big bullet point I got here is Cooper Rush. There is some type of backup quarterback battle. And I remember, I don't know if you remember last season when they picked him up, I said I don't like that pick for Baltimore. He doesn't fit the mold of what they got going on there, and he's struggling. He just looks like he's not a good fit with that offense. The offense built around Lamar Jackson. Why would you have a guy like Cooper Rush, former Cowboy, jumping into that? It's not a good fit for them, but that's pretty much it. But what they got going on in Baltimore, but there was some I guess talk about something that Zay Flowers said about Lamar Jackson.
Didn't hear that.
If y'all want to hear that.
Yeah, tell us about it real quick.
Did Nate Wiggins put on weight?
Oh yeah, he played a little. At most rookies, they don't have the body frame to play with the pros. Nate Wiggins, he came in a little bit more pro body this year, so that's good for him. But what was said, former Ravens wide receiver Torrey Smith and Zay Flowers both said that Lamar Jackson is unequivocally the best quarterback ever. How you all feel about that?
If he's not necessarily
personally, I think Cam Newton is still the best. But once Lamar gets that ring, he's unquestionably number one.
Wait.
But I think
so. The fact that you went to Cam Newton, are you saying the best black quarterback ever? Like,
I
what
said
part are you talking
best dual threat quarterback.
Okay. That cut out when you were saying that.
Yeah, you were breaking up. But yeah, I don't even think that's Cam Newton either. I'd take Steve McNair over Cam Newton.
Whoa. Cam Newton doesn't share an MVP award, just so we're clear.
Well, he shared with Peyton Manning, but and they both went to a Super Bowl. They both got MVPs. I just think Steve McNair was the better passer. That's all. I think Cam Newton's the better runner, but it's another discussion. Go ahead and finish up, man. But what I think them guys are, I think they're punch drunk. That's what I think about those guys.
Zay Flowers is a young player. Why would he be punch drunk?
Just because he
That's
said
crazy.
that. Well, there's other ways to get punch drunk besides getting punched. Did you see the old E and the Colt 45 and the Wild Irish Rose there?
That's drunk.
I did. Yeah,
Rum punch drunk.
Rum punch drunk. Okay.
I only see people drink those at like 6:30, 7 in the morning. Like, what is that? Like orange juice to winos?
Yeah, man. That stuff been around since before you was even thought about. That stuff was around for your dad was even thinking about you.
It smells disgusting. I cannot imagine what that drinking with that smell. In any case,
I'm from the era where I tried all that stuff when I was later on in high school. Old E, Colt 45, Wild Irish Rose.
And that's why you had to get that hymn subscription pretty early. I mean, that stuff would do it to you. But anyway, man. But that's pretty much it coming out of Ravens camp. And that little nugget from Zay Flowers and them, that was probably the only bit of talking point that's going on. I personally think it's not outside the realm of possibility that Lamar Jackson's the best dual threat quarterback ever. But as I said, once he gets that ring, discussion over. He's already the best. He'll be the best dual threat, but now he's in the conversation of best ever.
Okay. He's in discussion for best ever for that.
St. Ives and Wild Irish Rose. Jay's upper team.
Jay's upper team.
We can start talking about some
Drew.
oldies but goodies if you want to. I got something. We'll throw out Mickey's out there.
Big Mouth, Mickey's Big Mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. But what was the cream? I'll think about it. I'll think about it later. I'll just blurt it out in the middle of
Cask and cream?
No, there was Little King.
Bailey's Irish King.
Little King.
Oh, Little King's a little ball. You say King,
Yeah.
I just say cream. King, yeah, Little Kings, yeah. In the green bottle, like the Mickey's, like the Big Mouths. They even had a Blue Bull and a Red Bull. That wasn't Red Bull like it is now. It was a malt liquor.
Colt 45. We got a shout out there from Pittsburgh Toddy. Magnum. Remember Magnum? Those were 99-cent 40s back in the day.
Yeah, terrible. Woo. Never had a Magnum.
My era of messed up drinking was Four Loko. If you survived Four Loko era, if you're around my age and you survived a Four Loko era, you are a god.
Never had a Four Loko, but I'm sure I could have survived it. But
hey, listen. You grew up in you grew up in the era where they told you dare to be different. They say crack is whack. This is your brain on drugs. If you drank a Four Loko, it'd have been the same thing. It'd be the same thing of cracking an egg on a hot skillet. That's your brain. You are done, buddy. Pack you up. You're at the school with you're at the school with I'm forgetting my man Joe Fair East Side. You're at East Side High, and the principal's telling you, go ahead and jump. You don't care about your life no more. Jump.
Talking to steal, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk about the Steelers real quick, man. I mean, man, we get the shortest amount of time. How about that? But I'm pretty fast with it. So Steelers camp look good. They reported Wednesday. TJ showed up, had about a 12-minute presser, said he wants to be a Steeler, wants to help this organization and city bring another championship back. That was good. Jalen Ramsey talked to the press on arrival day. I was asked some questions and stuff, asked him where he play. He said, "Will you play safety?" He said, "I don't know. Really, they hadn't told me where I play, but I don't think they paid me all this money to have me that far away from the ball. They want me in the mix." And first day of camp, he was moving around everywhere. The Steelers signed the safety today. We was talking about it earlier in the chat. He's played for Baltimore. Chuck, not Chuck Cecil. Chuck Cooper. Chuck. Is it Cooper?
No.
He's played for the Ravens.
Right. It was now you made me forget. Chuck Jones.
It ain't Chuck Jones. That's definitely not it.
Chuck Clark.
Chuck Clark.
Like
okay.
Joe Clark from
okay.
Chuck Clark. Right.
Cooper with a C, like Clark with a C. All right, yeah. Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Craig. thanks, G Stack. Thanks, everybody. They signed him. I think he's going to be the fourth safety. They may keep 5. A lot of G and Shannon were saying the other day that they think Castro makes it and Killebrew gets cut. I don't know about that one yet. Killebrew's an all-pro, special teamer, pro bowler, perennial. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But they signed Chuck Clark today. He was at practice today. Used to be teammates with Deshaun Elliott in Baltimore, Patrick Queen. So they had some familiarity. Tomlin don't care about who they play for. He just is familiar with them, he said, because they played Baltimore, but we didn't sign it because they play for Baltimore. He likes their football character and some of those things like that. Aaron Rodgers' first pass yesterday in camp, not today. Yesterday was an interception to Patrick Queen. I was just like a quick wide receiver kind of comeback, short route, and Patrick Queen just stepped out into his zone coverage and he picked it off. No big deal. Aaron Rodgers had a great throw today to DK Metcalf during 7 shots for a touchdown. Both the rookies look good. Derek Harmon looks really good, looks elite through 2 days of camp, but they say he has the right mentality, right attitude. Caleb Johnson looked good. Part of that is because he looks good. Part of that because he's a rookie, and when he gets the ball, he runs everything to the end zone because that's what they're told to do, like finish out the play. So I think that's part of him looking good. The defense, they're doing a lot of, I think, trying out a lot of stuff. Not guaranteed they do all this stuff, but moving TJ and Alex Highsmith around, moving guys into the A gap, doing a lot of mixing things up with the secondary. I think Joey Porter be the only stagnant player staying in one spot. I think you get Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, and dealing with Juan Thornhill. Those guys will move around. Now, Juan Thornhill's moving around, could be moving to the bench when Jalen Ramsey goes back to safety, but Juan Thornhill is also slot capable also too. So we'll see how that looks. I'm really curious about the secondary. Isaac Siamalu is out with an injury, some sort of soft tissue injury. Tomlin doesn't seem too worried about it. Jonnu Smith didn't practice yesterday, but he was catching footballs from the what's the machine? The
Jugs.
The jugs, yeah, the jug machine.
I love jugs.
If you love them a lot, make sure you pack your hymns for the night.
But if you love him that much, you might not need him. he might be okay because of the jugs. But anyway, at any rate, I digress while you pontificate. But
well played.
Yeah, what else is going on in Steeler camp? I'm excited, man. I'm excited about the camp, what they do. I'm excited for pads to be put on next week, I believe Tuesday. I think we're going to see a lot of 3 tight end sets. We're going to see a lot of nickel from the Steelers. I think Cam Hayward, because of that, will get rest. Keanu Benton looks in fabulous shape. Troy Fautano looks good. We'll see how the offensive line develops. A few times it was center quarterback exchange mess ups that Tomlin seems to think it's because they're just Zach Frazier and Aaron Rodgers and New work together, they'll get that cleaned up. But yeah, so everything so far so good through 2 days. Everything looks good in Steeler camp to me. I'm excited. And
So I have
go
an
ahead, Dirk.
inquisitive question for you, and I want you to act like I'm a Steelers fan here when I ask you this, because I'm not. I don't want you to get defensive, like I'm questioning it. I'm curious.
Yins heard.
I don't like when you say Derek Harmon looks elite. How do you judge that on like a defensive lineman or an offensive lineman when they're not in pads? I have a hard time judging how that the front looks when they're not in pads. You know what I mean? Don't get fined over it though.
Oh no, that's a fine. He put out 2 sentences, man. That's you got to rack that up.
I'll give myself the fine as we exit. But yeah, I agree, B Dirt. But I'm going off the reports. I guess it's like movement and scheme and his ability to move and how he's moving. Some of his hand movement and stuff like that. I mean, that's all you can really judge right now.
I find it easier to judge without pads, tackles, and edge, because you can see that explosiveness to the edge, setting that edge or getting outside with a tackle. But I have a hard time judging it in the middle. I agree. I mean, well, he's a down line. He's not nose. He's on the technique.
The 3 technique. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but we'll see. I mean, I've heard comps to pay dirt. You got hat swag. I like that.
Hat swag.
But yeah, man. So with that being said, Keanu Benton looks great. We'll see what Derek Harmon looks like with pads on. The made all rookie defensive team last year and Pro Bowler was Jared Verse for the Rams. I think he can be potentially every bit as good as Jared Verse was. Not saying he's going to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, be all rookie team, but what we've seen in his attitude and his mentality already as a young player, he's doing all the right things. So I'll just leave it at that. And
I got one last question before we get out of here.
Well, so hold on. All right, go ahead.
So
did you get fined, be there for that?
Who gets fined?
Well, you should just get fined for breaking up and being choppy all show. But go ahead.
That's not my fault. So my question was, I wanted to know: are you prepared to watch every A-Rod press conference and McAfee installation from him all season? Are you ready for this? Are you up to the task? Because what I saw from him this week, and this is going to be a continuing theme. He said that he thinks there's 12 teams that can possibly win a Super Bowl this year, which is half the league. Rocket scientist.
It's not half 16. At first he said, because you will listen to him,
6.
He said 6 to 8. Then he said
maybe 12.
Maybe, yeah, but he
put the Steelers in 12, so he can put the Steelers in there, which raised an eyebrow. And then he said, he questions Tomlin's method of practicing when it's hot outside. He
didn't question that. He was sarcastic about it. Mike thinks that's good. So
which gets to my point. Are you ready for all this hype? Maybe hype's not the best word, but all this extra delving into what does he mean by this and why is he saying this and not just going along with the program?
I'm not doing that because I'm listening to what Aaron Rodgers is saying, and I'm taking it how he's saying it. And I hear what Mike Tomlin's saying, and I know the respect he has for Tomlin. And so like you right now, you're being like one of the national media guys. You have a thing for Aaron Rodgers, and you won't let it go. I mean, because he's part ownership over there with the McCaskies. I get it. I mean, so you've always had this thing against Aaron Rodgers, but so Yeah, I won't worry about it. I don't know that maybe he'll do McAfee, maybe he won't. But I mean, I'll listen to all the football press conferences, though, definitely, all of them. I'm it's part of doing a podcast about the Steelers, part of being a knowledgeable Steeler fan and stuff. So yeah, I'll listen to it, even if he goes live from a dark cave somewhere. I'll be listening. With that being said,
they should get limber.
Well, make sure you're limber, him. Pay, go ahead, take us home, man, and everybody jump on over to the Frustrated Chicago Sports Channel, Running Through the Jungle, or the Know-It-Alls channel. Because next we will have the overtime show, and we'll be Pay. You can tell people what we're talking about next.
We're going to have a lot of discussion about what again when I'm hosting. There's going to be a mix between news, the big news of the world, and sports, and possibly coming out of DC. So Trump is added up to some stuff again. We're going to talk about that, what he's got going on with the NCAA. We got a top 5 list, everybody's favorite, and MLB is in the stretch run, so it's going to be a good show. I want you all to show up. I guarantee you will not be sorry. We are going to entertain. Claude, we're going to talk football just for you.
And you won't miss a drop. Pay, take us home, man.
Arrest Aaron Rodgers.
Let's go.
Mamba out.